Yo, what's up? Today I'm gonna take you on a little food tour of this Brazilian neighborhood here in New Jersey, in a city called Newark, the biggest city in New Jersey, home to the airport. There's a little community called Ironbound, and I'm gonna take you on a little tour of this area where you can get by just speaking in Portuguese. Yes, Brazilians speak Portuguese, which is right now in Jersey City. I'm at the end of the Jersey City Heights. We have Dickinson High School. At the end of the Jersey City Heights, we have Dickinson High School over there. Jersey City and Newark are the two biggest cities, and they share a border, but it's pretty hard to walk from Jersey City to Newark. You have to walk over the Pulaski Skyway, which is a bridge that really is not too safe for pedestrian traffic. So I'm gonna take the path, which is the Jersey version of the metro, checking out this neighborhood, which I know pretty well, Ironbound, as the Brazilians call it, Norcão. So Journal Square, the neighborhood we're in right now, is kind of the new up and coming neighborhood. It's got really good infrastructure. Got the courthouse over there. What's cool about this neighborhood, a lot of different ethnic groups. You can get different type of food. I saw a Filipino place, an Indian place. I saw a Chinese place. There's a lot of Dominican and Puerto Rican places, but right now we're headed to Little Brazil, I will call it. It's not called Little Brazil, but basically it is. And this is a building you can almost see from New York City. You probably can. You could basically see it anywhere in Hudson County, which is the county we're in. These new kind of twin apartment buildings are part of this new luxury boom we have here in the Heights, Journal Square. We have a statue of Jackie Robinson. He played his first minor league game here in Jersey City, I think in 1946, around that time. You can also see the Lowe's Theater back there. This used to be the center of a very upper middle class neighborhood. It's going through a couple different cycles. Right now it's gentrifying, so some of the people that used to live here are getting priced out of it. You can see by these luxury towers we got behind here, but you still have a very multicultural ethnic mix. Just 1 block or 2 blocks that way, there's this spot called Little India where you could walk down the street and you swear you're in another country. That's what I love about Jersey City. 1 block away, you're exposed to different worlds. So you still gotta wear a mask to get in there onto the pass. So I bought a little Giants mask real quick. This spot right here, Boulevard Drinks. Anyone who's from Jersey City has definitely made a late night stop at Boulevard Drinks. Get some hot dogs and one of those orange juices. Am I lying? Newark can get a little dangerous. Jersey City has some bad areas, but Newark is pretty bad in some parts. If you don't believe me, just listen to Akon and Mike Tyson.
I moved to Newark and buy a barbershop. So now I have a nice little barbershop.
Newark is fucking crazy.
Newark is even worse than Jersey City.
Brownsville.
Right.
Newark.
Newark is even worse than that.
Yeah,
so now I got my shop up 3 months, 6 months. It goes out. Shootouts on that corner every fucking day.
But actually, this part of Newark is pretty chill. The Brazilian community is pretty close-knit. Everybody knows everybody, so, you know, it's not the typical, so you don't have to worry too much. So we're arriving at the place. I met up with my friend Thiago. Picked me up in the Jeep, electric Jeep. He could have picked me up in Jersey City, but that's another story. But now we're gonna check out this place called Delicias de Minas. Minas is short for Minas Gerais, which is one of the states in Brazil, and they're really known for their culinary tradition. So we're gonna try this little bakery that's part of Delicias de Minas. So this is really Brazilian. These two little Brazilian snacks, we call these salgados, which means little salty things. This particularly is called a coxinha, which is chicken thigh. It's a fried ball of chicken thigh. Very famous, especially everyone has these at lunchtime. You have them when you're having a little drink, little Brazilian snack. This is also this is a pão de queijo, Brazilian cheesy bread. Both are absolutely delicious, great with coffee, great with everything, but I'm talking too much. Let's try one. Take a look at this. This is called catupiry. It's a type of Brazilian cream cheese with some cheese, with some seasoned chicken meat This is my favorite Brazilian snack. It's pão de queijo, really good. And I've tried a lot of Brazilian cream cheese. I even got some on my lip. Catupiry, which is a Brazilian invention. But this might be the best I've ever tried. And I'm not exaggerating. Really good. To wash down these Brazilian snacks, these Brazilian little fried things called salgados. This is a juice that we have here in the United States. We call it passion fruit juice, but it's not so common. In Brazil, it's called maracujá, and it's everywhere. You have these on the beach. They also use these to make caipirinhas, which is one of Brazilians' most famous, definitely Brazil's most famous drink. The traditional one is made with lime juice, but a maracujá caipirinha is great. But I'm being healthy today, no alcohol. Here we have a Brazilian snack called tapioca. It's filled with the same thing as the coxinha, which is frango e catupiry, or chicken and catupiry. Let's test this out. This is one of the most famous dishes from the northeast of Brazil. Take a look at the tapioca. Got a lot of flour, shredded chicken, delicious.
Ai, meu Deus, saudade dessa terra boa. Que é tudo bom demais da conta, né?
Bom demais, sou pode ser goiana.
Bom demais de ser goiana.
And for dessert, we'll have a little brigadier. In Portuguese, it's a brigadeiro. It's basically a chocolate fudge ball, but it's delicious. So, I still got a little flour on my shirt. Now I'm gonna take you to a Brazilian supermarket. They have a lot of Brazilian supermarkets over here. There's a lot to show in Newark, but unfortunately I can't show it all today, but we can do a couple videos. This is a town that has a lot going. This neighborhood has gone through many different changes. Before it was a Brazilian neighborhood, it was a Portuguese neighborhood. There's still a lot of Portuguese restaurants. Over there, this little restaurant over there, they have a annual, once a year in June, they have something called Portuguese Fest. There's always a lot of Portuguese stuff, Portuguese wine, sangria. Hey, beleza, tudo bem?
Tudo bem, seus canais, seus vídeos
Muito
lá.
obrigado. Qual o seu nome?
Ronaldo.
Valeu. This is the heart of the Portuguese section. A lot of Portuguese restaurants. Over there, they have the Portuguese Festival. Also, they have some Spanish restaurants, a nice little tapas bar right here. Aqui. I'm mixing up languages. Also, for any of you Sopranos fans out there, this is where Tony Soprano grew up in the show. They called it Down Neck, which is another name for the Ironbound, which is the name of this section. They call it the Ironbound because there's a lot of ironworks here. Down Neck refers to the fact that it's at the neck of the Hackensack and Passaic River. And they're gonna make a new series, All Saints of Newark, which actually it's a movie. I can't wait to watch. Should be coming out sometime next year. Right there, you can see the three influences of this neighborhood. Just walking down the street, you could smell that barbecued chicken. This is probably the best neighborhood, one of the best neighborhoods for food in the whole country. I'm not joking. You can find everything, and it's cheap. Achei outra conterrânea, qual é o seu nome?
Lucas.
E você é de onde?
Minas.
BH?
BH também.
Bom demais da conta, sou?
Bom demais da conta.
So I found the Brazilian supermarket. I'm gonna check it out. So here we have some Brazilian frozen foods. This is a pamonha, which is like a kind of like a tamale, not exactly. They have the pão de queijo, the Brazilian cheese bread, which we had. And this is the most interesting thing I've ever seen. It's a pão de queijo waffle, mixing up cultures. And they got American country music on. You can see all these different foods. That's the oven of Minas, Forno de Minas. They have a little bit of English, a little bit of Portuguese. They have a little vocabulary. Cake is bolo, laranja, orange. Bolo, again cake. Pasta would be raisins. Bolo, de canela, cinnamon cake. It's a good place to learn some Portuguese. And of course, the most famous Brazilian soft drink, Guaraná. I'm back in Jersey City. As I said, the cities are right next to each other. Theoretically, you could walk one city to the other. but there's really no walkway. It'd be really cool if like they did a little program between the two cities. I know they're different counties, so it might be a little hard, but I heard they were talking about building a walkway, a bike path between the two. I think that would really be a good idea. So here's that luxury condo I was telling you about. They're calling it Journal Squared because this is Journal Square. Not very impressed with the name, but it does look pretty nice. They got a nice little grassy knoll. It's pretty cool. This neighborhood has nice parts, has bad parts. As I said, Newark and Jersey City are improving, but they're still a little dangerous in certain parts. I was just listening, eavesdropping on a conversation, and they were talking about someone they knew just got shot. I was like, wow, you know, so I guess not that much has changed since Mike Tyson and Akon's time in Jersey. One thing you're always gonna see here in El Barrio are these little especialito journals, and I don't know what's inside, but they always put a pretty girl on the cover to get people to pick them up. And these buses right here, these buses, little jitney buses, they'll take you about anywhere for between $1.50 and $3 if you want to go to the city.
Salve por Brazil.
Salve pro Brasil.
Salve pro Brasil.
É nóis.
É nóis.
É nóis.
Heavy pause. Fuck with me. Live. Dope. Aí
There
say
we go.
cachorro.
Cachorro, cachorro. Cachorro? É, cachorro.
Cachorro. My
Oh.
wife's Brazilian.
What?
Cachorro.
É?
Yeah.
Ele tem, he has a pet shop. I'll put the pet shop in the description.
Say that. Heavy
Yeah.
pause. Booty supply. We live.
Yeah. Last stop on our tour today, we're in the Jersey City Heights. On this walk, you basically see everything. We were just passing the projects. Now we're here in probably one of the nicer parts of Jersey City. This area has gentrified a lot lately. A lot of nice hipster coffee shops, great restaurants. I do like the changes. It's really nice, but you lose a little bit of that old school immigrant vibe that I grew up with. But you could still find that in a lot of other parts of Jersey City, and how we were just in Ironbound, Newark. What I like best about this area, you walk 5 blocks, you're in a completely different world. And that's the coolest. I mean, right there, we got the city. If you stay in the path in 5 minutes, you're in the financial district, World Trade Center, Midtown, Uptown. Down there is Hoboken. There's so much to see and do here. There's so many different worlds. This is just such a great place to grow up. If you want to see some more tours through my neighborhood, if you want me to go back to the Ironbound, check out some more stops in Newark. I really ate well today. I want to shout out Delicious Giminas. I had a great, let's see if you remember, coxinha, tapioca, and then a brigadeiro, 2 of the principal Brazilian dishes, not dishes, but Brazilian snacks. Really good. And I'll see you next time. Make sure to subscribe if you like this channel. Peace.